What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I know you guys have been asking for record of Ragnarok, updates on the finale. The entire movie will drop on Christmas. That's going to be our Christmas special. The new thumbnail's amazing. Probably going to put it on screen while I'm talking about it. But yeah, super excited to get that finale to you guys. I've got most of it recorded for the final segment, and then it'll all be thrown together. I'll have it done before Christmas, so it perfectly releases on Christmas. Now, back to the topic at hand. This is a major DC Easter egg and shout out in Action Comics that has left me brainstorming and super excited for what we might see in the new expansion of Infinite Frontier or the Infinite Multiverses. Before we get into this, smash the like button. Let's get to at least 300 likes. That'd be amazing. And if you haven't subbed already, we're almost to 30K. Help us get there. It'd be an awesome milestone to hit. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into this and why I'm excited for the Easter egg. So, if you guys didn't know, in Action Comics issue 1060, it was revealed that multiple aspects and objects from the Vertigo stories are within DC now. And this makes a lot of sense because Vertigo was officially brought into DC. It was turned into DC Black Label. We didn't know exactly how the old style Vertigo works would stack up, and now that we have the Infinite Frontier of Infinite Multiverses, we have a lot of room to work with Vertigo. And what am I most excited about Vertigo? Well, it's easy for me. Yes, Lucifer Run is goated. You guys already know I'm starting, or not really started, I'm like halfway through covering that series. And it's a great series. But for Vertigo, the story for me that I think would be absolutely badass to officially see in DC, which I think they will. And the best thing we could do is, as a group, go on Twitter, go on different forums, hit up the writers, hit up the editors, hit up the official DC and say, look, bring in Preacher. That's right. Preacher Vertigo Comics, in my opinion, would be the most fascinating to see get worked into the current DC landscape. And let's get into the different aspects of that. For one, how they would interact with the God scale beings. And the reason I bring that up is look at Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan, when it was initially in Watchmen, he was maybe planetary, like maybe. However, he was pretty much God in his own verse. And the reason that is important because that narrative value was valued heavily by DC when they integrated them. They didn't bring in Dr. Manhattan and make him planetary. They didn't bring him in and make him star level like a kind of shitty reality warper compared to what DC already has. Instead, they valued his narrative importance and put Dr. Manhattan as this god tier being. I mean, he came in the game blinking out a white lantern, which is crazy. So they gave this much reverence to the narrative importance of Dr. Manhattan. How will that go with Preacher? How do you work that in? Let's talk about some of the characters from there. Preacher himself essentially has the voice of God. He is even able to command God himself to get up from his throne. He can also tell the Saint of Killers what to do. This is the same Saint of Killers with weapons made to kill anything, literally conceived of the most powerful holy relics you could possibly have. And he's even able to kill God himself if he is off the throne. It's stated if God's on his throne in his own realm, sure, he can survive Saint of Killers. But if he's not on the throne, he's cooked. This same Saint of Killers ran through the Seraphim, who we know in Vertigo was like the last line of defense before you get to a Lucifer tier, before you get to a Michael tier, right? That's insane. That's like top notch, basically the spec ops of heaven, right? The Seraphim are supposed to be insane. With him having casually slaughtered them, with him, the Saint of Killers that is, being able to kill God, how strong do we make Saint of Killers coming into DC? Like, think about it. We could have him coming in and assassinating someone like current Darkseid. Imagine he comes in, they bring Perpetua back, kills Perpetua. They bring Mixie, he kills Mixie. Just something crazy like that, because if you're honoring the narrative importance like you did with other works like Watchmen and Dr. Manhattan, Oh my god, Saint Killers would be crazy. You then think of someone like Preacher too, who could tell Saint Killers what to do. He could tell God what to do. That's chaos. That would be insane. I don't even know who you match up with Preacher. Like, do you send him to Gotham and have him hang out with Batman and just, if, like, let's say Darkseid pulls up, he tells Darkseid no, go away, and that's it. He tells Spectre no, go away, that's it. Like, Preacher would be chaos in this new DC landscape. So the question I have for you guys, with the new Easter eggs, the fact we know Vertigo is starting to be implemented truly into DC storytelling, what kind of stories would you want to see with Saint Killers? Who do you want to see him beef with? What do you want to see for Preacher? If Preacher was brought in as well, obviously you bring in Saint Killers, you're bringing in Preacher. Would you upscale them? Would you match their narrative importance? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Me personally, I was super hyped for this Easter egg. Shout out my boy Philip Kennedy Johnson, forever killing it. He killed it in 1060, and he's the one that brought it to my attention that these items from 89 Vertigo were brought up for a reason, to shout out Vertigo and to work with it, including Constantine. I want to know who you guys want to see these characters interact with, what storylines you're thinking of, because I'm super excited for if we potentially see them. And don't forget, hit up DC on whatever platform you got and tell them we want Preacher in the DC universe. You showed the items, you showed Vertigo is implemented, now feed us more. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a bunch of cool projects coming out, like How Strong is Dungeons and Dragons. I also have a Bill Nye video, or not Bill Nye. Shout out the science guy. I meant Bill Cipher. I have crazy videos coming out, so definitely lock in. And if you want to see your favorite content on the channel, hit me up for sponsorship of a video because I currently have deals going on for Christmas. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. I'll see y'all later. Peace.